Correct.
What is the secret? But look, take us back before you reveal it itself. Tell us how this all came about.
Well, my secret goes back many years, about 7+ years. But recently it goes back, I just got married 2 months ago, and my sister-in-law was my maid of honor. And we were talking about, getting ready, getting dressed, and, she kept asking me, well, am I going to help you do your hair? Or, who's going to do your hair for you? Or, she just asked a lot of different questions, pertaining to makeup and things like that. And I told her, no, do my own. I have someone else taking care of it for me. And she just didn't understand. And then the other day we were at dinner, and we were talking, I cut my husband's hair, and she asked me, who cuts my hair? And I said, she said, do you cut your own hair? And I said, well, no, I don't cut my hair. And so the secret that I wanted to tell her is that you don't have any.
And that's because of what?
I have alopecia. I was in a terrible, terrible car accident about 7 years ago. And what happened is I went through the windshield and the dashboard, and it still brings back memories. And laid it on the floor and went into shock on my 20th birthday. And I have alopecia universalis, which is a very common disorder. There's 3 different types of it, and we'll probably talk about that later. But the type that I have is the least common. Only 1% of us have it, and we lose all the hair on our entire body. Everything is gone. So when my sister-in-law kept asking me, I was avoiding the question, and my husband obviously knows, and, it doesn't...
But he wouldn't say, right?
No, because it's just like if somebody had dentures. Are you going to go around telling people, by the way, I have false teeth? You're not just going to go around telling people that or taking them out and showing them. So it's something that I do for my living, but we never got into anything in-depth about it, so none of my in-laws or anybody from his side of the family know at all.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let you tell Fran now. Fran has not been hearing any of this. She's backstage. She doesn't even know why she's really here. She knows that there's something that Jodi was going to tell her, but doesn't really know the truth. Go ahead and put that back on so that when she comes out, and you all get to kind of participate in part of the secret. Okay? Now, once you're ready, Jodi, you ready? Let's bring out Fran. We're going to go get Fran.
Okay.
Is she here, Fran? Come on out. Now, Fran, we didn't tell you exactly why you're here because Jodi had something that she wanted to tell you. Do you remember when, right before the wedding, you wanted to come over and do her makeup and her hair?
Yeah.
You kept asking her if you could do that?
Yeah.
Right? And what did she say?
No.
Well, how did it make you feel when she told you no?
I didn't really react I wasn't insulted because I tell people I don't want them touching my hair or face, so I figured she'd rather do it herself.
Okay, well, Fran, why don't you go ahead and tell your sister-in-law the secret that you've been holding back?
Well, Fran, the reason why, when you asked if you could do my hair on that particular day, and remember we were in the restaurant the other day and we were talking about cutting Joe's hair and you asked me if I cut my own hair? Well, Fran?
Oh, get lost. No. Get lost. No, stop.
I didn't do it just for Montel, honest.
But now, wait, you better explain this to her so she understands.
When we were talking about my business and how I got into doing what I do.
Right.
I'm a dermatologist. I do micro-pigment implantation, which is the permanent cosmetics, which I have done. My eyebrows and my eyeliner, since I have none, are permanent. And I am a clinical counselor and went back to school to do that, to help people like myself.
Okay.
So the car accident, I have alopecia, it shocked my system so bad that it was on my 20th birthday, and I just started losing hair and clumps. And as a matter of fact, when I met Joe, my husband, he didn't know for 2 months. He didn't know for 2 months that I didn't have my
I'm in shock. I'm really in shock.
Well, the rest of your family doesn't know this yet.
Right. Well, nobody knows.
Oh, I will bet you in about another 5 minutes you'll be getting a phone call while you're home watching the show because now everybody does know.
Oh, my God.
For you, I'm sorry, Jodi, for you, does this make you feel better finally getting this out and letting your family know?
It does, because they don't know the true what's inside of me. They don't know what I do for my profession and how important it is for me to help people like myself to try to fit in and look good. And, just to know how really good I am at what I do because I put my heart and soul into it because I live it every day. And every day I look in the mirror and I don't have my hair. When I work with the Cancer Society or work with people with alopecia, it just makes me, be able to help them so much more because I live it and I feel it every day. And it's so important that you know what I do.
No, it's great.
I'm still in shock.
No, that's okay. You can be. Now, you know, I will tell you this. Jodi said to me backstage, she said, you know what, now that this is all out, I want to be able to come back on the show and do, you did this, the America's Sexiest Bald Man, so maybe you can do the America's Sexiest Bald Woman show. So, we may have to have her back to do that. You gave us one idea, now we have two, so we'll do it again.
I'll be here.
I will tell you what, now just hold there for a second, because I want to bring out, or introduce you to another two guests of ours. This is Jennifer and Terry. And Jennifer, as I think if you've just tuned in, what's happened is we just told some people that, hey, we're going to give you an opportunity to go on national television and open it up truly hairless, if you will. And we saw what Fran's reaction was to this. But, you know, here's your brother-in-law I just found out who's in the audience, who also didn't know. What do you think now about your sister-in-law?
I'm just shocked as Fran, but, you know, just guessing. I just didn't know if it's here at 4 anyway, so I was just trying to figure out why she would be honest for
Well,
the day.
what do you think about her honesty now? She's finally telling you that, hey, I'm tired of hiding the fact that this is who I am.
I guess that, you know, I always felt that she was very honest and open, so, you know, there's nothing that later on, sooner or later, she would say something about it.
So you knew there was something going on?
Possibility in the back of my mind. I am assuming things, but, you know, I just don't really know exactly.
Did you know that he was assuming things?
No, I mean, we've talked in depth about my profession and what I do, and we've talked about certain individuals I help, and he's an intelligent person. I'm sure he probably was. I don't think he knew that
he asked me once. He said to me once that I think something happened to Jodi that brought her into this profession, and I didn't, you know.
Oh, really?
I didn't think.
But, I mean, you're looking at your sister-in-law, who you loved as much with the wig on. Don't you love her now with the wig off?
Same thing, no.
Oh, good.
No difference.
She's looking for it. I would think. I mean, I gotta tell you, maybe it's my own preference in a sense, but I still think you're as beautiful without that hair as you are with it.